Welcome back. Sorry about the bad lighting, and my my worktop is a bit dirty. Undergoing some construction here. Got this beautiful metallic red, kind of a candy apple metallic red, SX VTG Vintage Series. It needs a setup. Customers complaining it's got fret buzz, and we tested it out, and we're going to fix that up. It's also got this terrible tone sucking plastic nut. Going to get rid of that, and going to take this piece of bone, and we're going to make him a nice bone nut. Give him some good tone. Well, his strings were really corroded. For being brand new, only a couple weeks old, strings were really corroded and leaving dust of rust on the maple, and the frets got pretty dirty pretty fast. So I'm just now started polishing them up. We're gonna make these babies shine so they're smooth bends. Then we'll set it up. After the bone nut, we'll set it up and get this thing playing like it should. All right, thanks for joining me, and stick around. I'll be right back. Much better. Now let me get the rest of this taped up, get it going. Okay, we're back. Tape's off, and the frets have all been polished. Much better. If we can zoom in, yeah, you can see some scratches on there, but I didn't sand them. They're new frets. I just polished them up. They were pretty rough looking for new. So I polished them up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change that nut up there. Get in there on it. What I'm going to do is just going to cover it up. Take a piece of wood. Come on, zoom out. Well, that's brightness. There we go. Gonna just take that piece of wood, and I'm gonna cover it up so it doesn't see it coming. Just gonna give it a little wrap. There we go. 1L cheapo, let me see if we can focus. 1L cheapo plastic nut. And now we're going to create him a nice bone nut from this piece of bone. It's natural bone, I haven't bleached it. But you'll be fine. Telltale sign of plastic molded nuts. The little holes in the bottom where the injection molding held it. Okay, I'll get that done, and then we'll string her up with a new set of fenders. Nice set of fender strings. We'll string it up with these and get it all set up. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Hey folks, so here's a pet peeve of mine, because I just strung this thing up. These should not be like this, because when you're using your whammy, this one becomes exceptionally loose and can actually fall out of the trim. This should be under even tension. Now this came right from the dealer like this, so that tells me some of these factories in China don't know what they're doing. But anyways, that's an easy correction. I'm setting up the guitar right now, so these springs are kind of weak. They should be able to be about a 1/2 inch back, but I've got 3 springs in there and they're kind of weak because of the small sustain bar. They use a weaker spring so that they don't break this thing. Okay, well, that's adjusted. I'm going to get back to setting it up. Okay, so trying to put it in tune. I put a new set of fenders on it. I've tuned up the E. A couple tips when you're tuning. Don't tune down. Always tune up, okay? Meaning, if I go past my tuning, I'm gonna roll back to get to it, yeah? Well, roll back until you're under it, then tune back up to it, all right? You'll discover you stay in tune much better. These are new strings and they always need stretched. I've already stretched these first 2 before you came. I'm going to tune up. I'm at D, now I'm going to grab them. And I'm using 2 fingers, right? Don't do that, pinch it, and you'll end up with kinks in your strings. You don't see it until you take them off. Use a couple of fingers there. Hold down 6 or 7 inches in front of it, and just give it a tug up. Don't try to pull it on it like a compound bow and arrow. All right, now it's going to be way low tuned. Yeah, it's barely a C. And then when you get to these solid strings, there's not much stretching. This is only a F right now, so I'm going to go ahead and give them a little tug. I don't tug these much. I'm kind of pulling up with 2 fingers and pushing down with the heel of my hand. Plain strings do not stretch a lot. They do stretch, not a lot. So I don't bother to try to stretch those too much. Okay, my D's good. Now they're all stretched, I'm just going to tune it. Get a new guitar like this SX, best thing you can do for a upgrade is if you discover your tuners are back and forth a lot, okay, if you discover your tuners are back and forth a lot to get in tune, probably your best investment would be a new set of tuners. Cheap guitars come with cheap tuners. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, it's all in tune, intonated. I'll give you a little shot of the bone nut here I put in. That's it right there. And you can see how the strings ride a little ways above the nut on my wound strings. Oops, sorry about that. I need to sand this off a little bit, but it's pretty much at the right height. Everything is 20 thousandths across. As I was saying, you know, cheap guitars generally come with cheap tuners. These tuners are pretty nice. These are the vintage style. I like them. They're pretty good. This so new, still got the plastic on. And yeah, they wrap these things in a condom. I'm tempted to rip it off because I hate people leaving that stuff on. If he leaves it on there for just a few months, he'll be scraping it off. It won't come off very easily. It'll come off in bits and pieces. Right now it'll peel right off. In a few months of sweating on it, playing with it, that thing you will play hell to get it off. I'll give him the warning when he comes to pick it up. Okay, it's in tune, and right now I'm gonna check the neck relief. So how do we check neck relief? Well, I'm gonna put a capo on the first fret. Then we fret the 17th, and we use a 12 thousandths feeler gauge. This is a Strat type, so we go by Fender specs, okay? It's got the same scale and neck. It's basically a Stratocaster. At least it wants to be. So anyways, we're going to fret the 17th, and then we're going to stick this 12 thousandths under the 7th fret. And it should just be barely touching. And that's a little loose. It could be, the truss rod could be tightened up just a tad bit. Yeah, it's fairly loose there, so we're gonna tighten up the truss rod just a little. And it's brand new. I'm sure nobody's been in there. That's probably, my guess would be a 4mm, but let me get a long one. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. Yeah. There we go. Just a little 1/8 of a turn. That's all I'm gonna give it. And we'll check it again. Not yet. check that. That's just barely touching. I think we can go a little further, but let me take that off first. So I can get this string out of the way. Alright. Put the cable back on. We'll fret it again. 17th. Check it at the 7th. Slow moving truss rod. Feels the same. We'll do her again. We're just going to take it a little 1/8 of a turn at a time. Truss rods can be very finicky at times. You don't want to make them move fast. I'm starting to wonder about this truss rod, how good it is. I think this is a two-way truss rod, and I think they had it turned back the other way. Because it doesn't seem to be doing anything. So I'm going to give it a couple of good turns here. Yeah, that's what it is. Because I'm just about to the, I think I'm to the center. Come on, get in there. You never know with these, yeah, right now I'm in neutral. It's not doing nothing right now, so. Hold on there. Take the cable off again, move the strings out of the way. This truss rod is, they had it turned all the way the opposite direction. That's the whole problem here. Right now it's not engaging. I hope they didn't give my customer a bum truss rod. Oh, there it goes. Now it's catching. Here we go. Basically starting all over. They had it turned all the way to the right. Well, actually to the left, because you do it from this end. Left is loose, right is tight. On a two-way, it pushes it down this way when you turn it to the left, and when you turn it to the right, it tightens it up, it pulls it up, which is what we want. Oh yeah, that moved it. Actually, I moved it a little bit too far, so just back it up a little. About a 1/16 of a turn there. we're good right there. Alrighty. We'll check the tuning and we'll give it a test. Okay. Bottom nut's done. New strings are on, intonated, set up. I don't know if you can hear that. You hear that hum? Hear how that hum stopped? La la la. That's a big problem with single coil guitars. No buzz. It's all good. Floating tremolo's floating. Strings are at 4/64. Fender specs. We got no buzz. Nut's been replaced with a nice bone nut. Very nice low profile now. The strings are no longer buried inside the nut. Turn some of that drive down. Some copper shielding would do this guitar a world of good. You'd stop hearing all that humming and hissing. We adjusted the pickup height to 1/8 inch. And that one is a little too high still. There we go. It's ready to go. Give the owner a call and let him come test it out. I love that part. All right, take care. Thanks for joining me. Whatever you do, be good to each other, okay? God bless.